Now, I don't want you to be confidants of a one-way conversation, so for the purposes of today's episode, I've reserved certain suggestions. If you saw the video I posted on the Las Vegas shooting, then you know I have degrees of doubt and a conflict of conscience regarding its reporting. Time and again, it's this familiar pattern of suicide shooters and lone wolves, right? The problem with scenarios like Vegas, or whether they're deep state sponsored, entirely organic, or something in between, the subsequent narratives take advantage of a mentally malleable public. Most would agree that something should be done to mitigate such crimes, however, infighting causes us to stop just short of a solution. Within less than 24 hours, there were already fierce debates over Stephen Paddock's political leaning, but just as quickly, and perhaps just as disturbing, a strange lone wolf narrative was adopted. Here we have the Authority on Truth, Snopes, debunking multiple shooters in almost a day, though for no less than 3 days, officers in Vegas were actively conducting investigations into reports of at least one more suspect. Multiple shooters, people condemn, multiple suspects, is very plausible.
Units now advising no force protein into Mandalay Bay. There's possibly another suspect on the fourth floor.
Just be advised, if you have anyone at the Tropicana at 23:30 hours, there was a subject that was on top of the valet brake from the casino. He was running across the roof right above before the valet pickup bins.
Units be advised, there's a male walking into the Bellagio. Units be advised, that's the Bellagio employee entrance. There's a male walking in with a rifle. Bellagio employee entrance.
This last one was reported after Paddock was already downed.
Units be advised, now getting shots fired at Caesars and the Bellagio.
The seemingly deliberate inconsistencies in reporting helps paint a picture of hostility against the intelligence of the public. It's as if the likelihood the mainstream mantras could be flawed is completely outside realms of possibility. People have become numb to this type of thing, this systematic breakdown of the media industry. Misplacing a fact or two will always be forgiven, but there doesn't seem to be a system of checks and balances when monopolized outlets perpetuate misinformation. Misinformation later used as a pretext to roll out oppressive measures. I'm not talking solely about firearms. Think dangerous X-ray machines, scanners, and other sensory devices installed at certain everyday places. Seems like a slippery Orwellian slope, but how do we get there? Take this next part with a grain of salt, but allow me to share anecdotal potential insight with you. This went viral in alternative media outlets shortly after Sunday night. It was picked up from a thread published on September 10th going into September 11th. I'll provide a link to the website, of course. Look, I feel bad for some of you on this website, so I'll let you in on a little secret. If you live in Las Vegas or Henderson, stay inside tomorrow. Don't go anywhere where there are large groups of people. Also, if you see 3 black vans parked next to each other, immediately leave the area. You're welcome. John. After some typical forum banter, he continues with this. It's called the High Incident Project. They want to make the American public think that places with extremely high security aren't safe. They're trying to create more regulations. You'll see laws proposed within the next few years to put up more metal detectors and other security devices. Media and politicians will be saying places with lots of police need even more police. I can't guarantee anything will happen tomorrow, but Las Vegas is on their minds. I'll leave you to speculate about the they he refers to, but he goes on to say if their plans are successful, State of Nevada will pass a law in the future making all casinos have mandatory metal detectors and backscatter machines. Soon after, a federal law will be passed to put those machines in universities, high schools, federal buildings, you name it. OSI Systems and Chertoff are the main producers of these machines. Sometime around 2020, Chertoff and OSI will merge into a single company. After they merge, the owners will sell off their stocks and make billions in profit. Mr. Chertoff has been in contact with Sheldon Adelson. Mr. Adelson will become a huge sponsor of these machines, and he'll be the first to put them in his casinos when the law passes. This is my last message for now. Don't expect me to return anytime soon. Now, remember, these cryptic predictions were published weeks before the country concert shooting. At minimum, it would be interesting to see if either of those gentlemen mentioned or their associated networks spike in activity. Unsurprisingly, we already see the groundwork for this prediction being laid out. Take a look at the context of the following articles. Forbes says hotels on the Strip have virtually no security for personal property. At major events, metal detectors and bag checkers are often used to prevent firearms from entering. Though casinos on the Strip can enter tens of thousands at any one time, no similar process exists for when people are entering the premises. However, according to Business Insider, security is already changing. Las Vegas hotels are increasing security measures after the deadliest shooting in modern U.S. history was carried out from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino. Mandalay Bay and other MGM resorts, including the Bellagio, Monte Carlo, and the MGM Grand, have increased security levels, according to a spokesperson from the company. The Wynn Resort in Las Vegas added new security measures after the shooting, scanning guests with metal detectors and putting bags through X-ray machines. Christopher Palmieri of Bloomberg elaborates. At entrances to the Wynn Resort in Las Vegas on Monday afternoon, guards scanned visitors with metal detector wands and inspected their bags, creating a 10-minute wait to get inside. The new security protocol, put in place after Sunday's mass shooting nearby, is likely to become the norm on the Strip and possibly beyond. Lastly, Fox reports that security experts say it's next to impossible without metal detectors or a massive change in typical U.S. hotel security standards to prevent someone from bringing in weapons or other contraband. In closing, we know we aren't being told everything about Las Vegas. Police scanner audio, 911 calls, first responders, hotel staff and guests, eyewitness testimony would appear to corroborate that. Where's the journalistic integrity? If the media isn't being entirely transparent or forthcoming, why should we indiscriminately absorb their propaganda? This is why I truly value open-source citizen investigation over conglomerate outlets which demonize independent investigation reporting that provides alternatives to official narratives. As long as we're diligent in discerning the facts, we can be a catalyst for change and maintain momentum to reach more minds. Don't worry, this will probably be the last Vegas-heavy episode I make. There are other events unfolding on the world stage. Stay watchful out there.